Hi, thanks for joining me again. I'm Zoe, and this is In Conversation with Zoe. I have a short conversation to hold with you, and I've just been not just introspecting, but thinking a lot about life, society, and the future. And I just thought I put 5 things here that I think we need to do to change and better society. I've just really been thinking hard on this. I've looked through work, I've looked through the environment, the neighborhood, I've looked through church, being a Christian. I've looked through my past, my present, and now I'm engaging for the future. I think that we can do better as a people. And here's what I mean. Here's 5 things we need to do if we must better society. Number 1 is we must do better at parenting. We must not lose the essence of family. Family is so important, and it breaks my heart when I see that parents let their kids do just about anything. And when I mean kids, I mean offspring. They could be 40 something, they could be 30 something. In the past, whenever I say in the past, I cringe, because why is it in the past? Why are we not still doing the same thing? Children had so much to learn from their parents that it was hard to deviate from that pathway. And fairly, they were good, they were strong, and even the bad ones were still strong. How can a mother cover up for her son when you promise to marry someone and then you do not, for no reason? I read a story on Instagram the other day, and I've read so many, and it just took me back to a lot of things that happens and is happening. How parents cover up for the flaws of their children. And then and you expect society to be good? If this mother and father is covering up for their son for raping a girl or defining her after promising her marriage and not marrying her, and then this mother is covering up for her daughter for accusing falsely a guy for raping her, as in, how messed up is society then? Or how messed up would society be if we go Robin Hood? We're like, ooh, the rich deserve their wealth to be taken from them because they're not helping other people. And your parents are supporting, go son, go, take the gun, the machetes, and take their wealth off them. They don't need it. We're needing more than them. You hear a mom talking like that. You hear a father talking like that. You hear an adult talking like that. That's to show the decay, the extent of decay in society today. How can you tell me that someone is breastfeeding? This is a very gray area, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. You're breastfeeding, and you're getting all sexual about it because you put it on Instagram and because maybe your boobs look very pretty, and you're and you're sexualizing it. I don't understand it. And you're a mom, and then you complain of perverts perving on your breasts. Come on, darling, come on, just come on, please. Come on now, we can do better than that. How can you say you raped her because she was wearing a short dress or a short skirt? Are you okay? Are you fine? Are you fine? I'm asking you, are you fine? That's crazy. You know, the list goes on and on. We all have a hypocrite in us. I have a hypocrite in me. But you know what? What has made me a better person is hanging out with God. It's given me a new perspective during this time. I've always been a Christian, but just spending more time introspecting and focusing on God, because the truth is we don't have any other thing to focus on. But it's helped me. And that's why I've been sharing so much about my faith and values with you. There's so much decay, there's so much blame game. I mean, we can decide to blame one another. I'm telling you, you can blame her for looking too pretty, that was why you raped her, or what? Or you can say, oh, she talked back at you, that's why you hit her. There's so much excuses for the wrong that we do. We can give 1,000 excuses for the wrongs that we do or perpetrate. But it's not good enough. Here's what I think that we can do to better our society, starting from ourselves and our family and inner circle. Please consider these closely. Number one, I think that we need to go back to the ancient landmark of family and parenting. Parents, please don't let your children off the book just because they're your kids. If they do something criminal, I'm sorry. You need to let them know consequence. Everything has a consequence. You need to let them pay prices. You need to let them take some falls. I know you love them, but imagine teaching them this key lesson for the rest of their life, that they will know better. And also you'll be teaching the truth to every other child, even if it's your child. Don't let them go scot-free. My father was such, he was just not he was not just a major in the army, he was a major at home. If you messed up, oh Lord, my dad will make you, he will make you never want to do it again. I'm just going to leave it there. Family parenting, we need to teach, we need to do better, we need to show better, not just teaching. Have you heard of that saying, do as I say, don't do as I do? That's what parenting has become, and it's very unfair. It's not good. Please do better, please. It should be do as I do, don't just do as I say. Don't just, underline just, don't just do as I do. Don't just do as I say, but do as I do, more so as I do. Your children will do more as you do than as you say. Please have that in mind. When next you're acting and you think they're not seeing you, when next you're replying to someone, or when next you're being racist and foolish at the same time, when next you're being condescending to someone just because you have a better job or you look better, when next you're being a troll on social media, think about the consequences. Show them better. Number 2, communication. Communication is next to godliness. Let me leave it there. Oh my God. Teaching communication has taught me so much about communication itself. I thought I knew, but I've learned so much researching and you know, making ends meet from this, from communication, because I've seen the fruits. Coming from a society where we don't communicate so much, we just act. We're more of actors than communicators. We just leave it, you know. We're like dun dun dun. We're like confidence would say, we're like we just give you some Chinese. No. There's nothing like learning and being better and, you know, making things better. Communication is so good. Even my niece that's 3 years or not, I have many nieces and nephews, I've realized that communicating with them like an adult, it has so much impact on them. The other day, my nieces were, over the phone, Zoom, a video call. They were complaining they were fighting over something that happened. And after that, I told the little one to take the phone into the room, that I wanted to talk to her. I told her to lock the door. I wished I was there, but I wasn't. I mean, we're on social distancing / lockdown, so yeah. And I spoke to her. I was so vexed in my spirit. I was like, oh my god, if I see you right now, you're going to lose one tooth. I was that upset. I'm just kidding, but I was really shaken with anger, and I told her to take the room because of what I've learned hanging out with God, the reformations I'm beginning to see in my life. I told her to take the phone inside, and I was like, honey, what you did, was it right? And she started again with the whole but she didn't answer my question. I said, you're not answering my question. Well, if I was there, you would not even start that conversation to start with. But hey, let me give you the benefit of doubt. What you did wasn't right. I'm not asking you to say it was wrong, but just tell me what made it right. And then she said it was right. So I was like, okay, how is it right? And she explained her little understanding, and then I started telling her why it was wrong and what she could have done better, still in that rightness of her thought, how she could have handled the situation better. And then I also put a caveat to it. I put an incentive to it, that if she had done this and I had heard that she did this, I would have gotten her this. I just gave her a reason to want to be better. And I communicated not just in her language, which kids love gifts. I communicated with the pros and the cons, and I think that's what we should start communicating with. Don't just pamper people or pat them on their backs when they do wrong. No, tell them they failed that assignment. They can do better, because you trust in their ability. Give them confidence at the same time when you're communicating. Communicating will solve so many problems than not yelling. Yelling is not communication. There's so many ways to communicate though. You can communicate through your life, but another very powerful tool that we must not miss out on this opportunity is opening our mouths to say something, especially when we are supposed to say something. And that's part of what I do. I'm not just a professional communications person, but I'm also building my communications as well, because I know communication is a fabric of humanity that we must not lose. That's what this whole globalization thing is making us lose. The internet society, the millennial society, we have become so introverted because there is something called social media that we've forgotten how to communicate, how to reach out to people in plain words and in honesty. That's another subject matter for another day. Number 3, what we can do, what I think we can do better to make society better, especially as we look forward to coming out of this social distancing, is influence, the power of influence. Influence is so powerful. I'm sorry, influence is so powerful. Let me spill off from parenting and everything. This is like the watchword of the day. Do as I do, not just as I say, because it cross carpets through all the 5 points I have written here. Please live your life so that men will follow your lifestyle, not just what you say. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to do. I'm not there yet, but I'm putting that at the front of my mind before I have my bath, before I put any material out. I check myself, am I doing this? Am I starting to do it? Okay, then I have a right to talk about it. Then I can talk about it. That's what I do. And I think we should all try and imbibe that at some point, in some way in our lives. Influence is so powerful, and that's why influencers are the biggest marketing tools today, marketing channels today. Influencers, not TV, not so much social media. Call them celebrities in their own rights, but influencers are the biggest marketing and communications tools. That's what brings me to influence. If you can live your life a certain way, people will not need to question whether you're a Christian or not. They will not need to question your values, because they will see it, they will hear it from your voice, they will see it in your conduct, they will feel it in being around you, in the same room with you, or in the same space with you. They will see it when you write, they will see it when you, even when you're joking, even when you're being silly, they would still see that restraint in you. So please, let people see good in your influence, your channels of influence, what you say, what you look like, what you say, what you look like, what you do, what you I guess that's it. Yeah, these are the channels of communication, isn't it? So yes, even the things that you surround yourself with. It's not just what you say now. Don't let me coming on you and catch you taking in something that defies everything, just cancel everything you put out. That would be a shame. That would really be a shame, really. Let it not be that at the end of the day, when the trumpet sounds, you're here on earth with those that you have been trying to correct so hard, in any way, and then you do not work on yourself. That would be sad. That would be sad. So let your values radiate and let it be acted from the inside to the outside. Number 4, how we can change and better our society is by inviting God into our society. Some societies don't even remember what God is like. No wonder some people are saying this pandemic might just be a lifeline for those of us who have missed our ways to come back to God, because we have so much disregarded God. We have so much belittled His power, His presence. It's so heartbreaking. Some societies don't even want to hear His name. That's sad. Like, if you say you're a Christian, people even look down on you. They cut off from you. And you're like, are you okay? You're like, are you alright? I'm the one you should be hanging out. I'm the one you should be coming to, because I am the favored one from God. Because I am a Christian, I am favored. I carry a favor, an oil upon me that changes things. When I'm in something, that's when it works. I don't care what you said. If you like, be the most brilliant, be the prettiest, be the thisiest, be the there is favor upon my life because I am a child of God. And you need to get with that, because you're the one losing out. But they don't even know that. It takes me back to family. Families, oh dear, we have just lost it. I'm sorry. We need to get it together again, please.
Yeah.